Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card reading. So today we are going to do some pick a card readings on what lies ahead in the next 30 days for you. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new to my channel, then welcome back. If you are into astrology, tarot, or the metaphysical in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to click the subscribe button below this video and subscribe to my channel. I do pick a card readings. I also do astrology based readings and some metaphysical teachings as well on here. So that being said, we're going to jump into these readings. So as you can see, we have pile 1, 2, 3. There are 3 different stones here. So pick whichever stone calls out to you. Here is the first stone. Whoops, my camera's on the other side. And this is Amazonite, I believe. And this stone is super, super calming. I love using this stone when I'm anxious or my nerves are on edge over something, just to kind of calm and soothe me. So if you are pulled to this stone, pile number 1 is the pile for you. The stone for pile number 2 that we have is a blue and purple aura quartz. So aura quartzes are really good for higher communication. So connecting with your higher self, as well as connecting to angels and communicating with angels and higher celestial beings. And then for pile number 3, the stone we have is hematite. So hematite is very, very grounding and anchoring. I find this really good when I'm feeling ungrounded. I'll just take a piece of hematite and hold it in my hand, and it will help to anchor me back down to earth. So when my mind's all over the place, or I'm just kind of feeling kind of off and ungrounded, this is a stone that has always helped me to kind of anchor myself back to earth. So pick 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you a minute for that, and then we're going to jump into these readings. So here is the reading for pile number 1. If you chose the Amazonite as your stone, this is your reading. So what is on the horizon for you, pile number 1s? So the card that came out for you was Venus. Okay, so Venus is all about love and relationships. Now, Venus often gets misunderstood as the planet of romantic love, but in all actuality, Venus is the planet of love in general. Okay, we can love animals, we can love places, we can love things, material things, we can love people. Okay, and it's not just like, romantic kind of love. We can love family members, we can love our children, we can love all sorts of things. So Venus is the planet of love in general. And I feel like there is definitely something love on the horizon for you. Okay, a love that is very, very beautiful. It's very harmonious. It's very romantic and charming. You're very open to receiving new things as well. You could have a lot of things coming in. Venus is also the planet of attraction. Okay, so you could not only be attracting love towards you in a sense, but it could also be just attracting things in general. This may be a month where you find it very easy to attract the things you need and the people that you need to you. Okay, it's kind of like Venus has this magnetic quality to it that just kind of pulls things in. So there's a lot of good things on the horizon for you guys. Let's see what's coming up with these cards. So we have the King of Wands. It's the first card out reversed. So with this card, I'm seeing that you guys have come out of some sort of relationship, okay? So the King of Wands, when he is reversed, is a very authoritative, dominant, aggressive, sometimes even very abusive, narcissistic in nature, right? The kings are the rulers of everything. And when it's wands, it's a very fiery ruler, but this fire isn't used in an appropriate manner, right? So fiery people can become very dominant. They can become very, very aggressive and assertive and, want things their way or no way at all kind of thing. I feel like you guys, because this king is reversed, I do get the impression that you guys have left this in the past, okay? So you guys may have recently broken up with somebody or walked away from a relationship that was just too dominating for your liking. These could be controlling people in general as well. You may be leaving people you may have left people or walked away from people that were extremely dominating and controlling and aggressive because you no longer want that in your life. You want to start focus on bringing in more high vibe people, so more loving people, more beautiful people, more people who are on your level and your vibe length, and you're kind of leaving a lot of the other people behind or have left a lot of people behind. Or this, like I said, this could be a relationship. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be maybe you had a partnership with somebody, a business relationship. You left your job because your boss was an arrogant asshole, or you left a friendship because the friend was too jealous and controlling, that kind of thing, okay? So that is what I'm seeing. We have the Ace of Wands coming up next. You guys, when you left this person or these people behind, when you took these people out of your life, you empowered yourself major. You guys are glowing or will be glowing. You'll be stepping into your power. You guys are super turned on right now, lit up, okay? Letting all this baggage go from this King of Wands energy and these people go, and whether this is one person or whether this is multiple people, letting this energy of the King of Wands reverse go has really allowed you to free up your energy. Now you're shining. Okay, now not shining bright like the sun, but you're shining. You're really kind of stepping into your own energy and your own sense of self again, which is amazing to see. And as a result of that, you guys also have the Two of Cups coming up. So as a result of that, you guys are, like I said, you're magnetizing people to you. You are really kind of bringing in your own vibe and doing your own things. Some of you may have just gotten out of a relationship and are really just kind of focusing on you. And as a result of that, you're attracting a lot more different people to you. Because what we put out, right, the energy we kind of put out is the energy we attract back. So you being this Ace of Wands energy and this really vibrant kind of fun, love, vibrant is the word that's coming through, being and stepping into your power has now allowed you to draw powerful people who are willing to mutually work with you into your life, okay? For some of you, this may be a new romantic connection, but for some of you, this could be friends or just people in general who are willing to more work with you on an equal level instead of trying to dominate you. Okay, we do have the Hierophant coming up, so you guys are definitely not looking for another relationship right now. You're not looking for commitment of any kind. You guys are solely focusing on you, and that is good. But I feel like the energy of the Two of Cups that's coming through is, that energy and that old saying that people say, like, when you're not available, that's when everyone wants you. I feel like that's the energy that's coming through, is because you are so focused on yourself and you're not really necessarily looking for commitment right now. Or anything with the Hierophant reversed, this is like committed relationships, solid relationships, right? You're not really looking for that in terms of romance right now. You're kind of just doing you. But because of that, people are so much more attracted to you right now. So that's interesting. I do see the Knight of Cups coming up. So there could be somebody coming to you with an offer of some sorts. So the Knight of Cups is typically in a romance reading or love reading of any kind, it is somebody coming into your life with an offer. This person, I feel like with the Hierophant reversed, like, just how am I going to word this? I don't necessarily feel like this person is necessarily coming in with the offer of, let's be forever mates, let's be committed, because they know that you don't want this. This is like a heart-centered offer, though. So I feel like this person is coming in to meet you at your level, saying if you want to be friends, cool, we'll be friends. If you want to be more, cool, we'll be more. But there's definitely somebody interested in you that's eyeing you, but I feel like they're going to come in with an offer that's more on your level of equal partnerships, right? Whether that be, dating, whether that be, whatever the case may be for you guys. Whether that just be, being friends for the time being, because that's where you're at. That's where they're going to be good at, okay? We have the Judgment card coming up, though, as well. So use your judgment with this person, okay? Why? I'm sure we'll discover why we need to use our judgment in a minute, but use your judgment. Use your judgment with this person. It's just to say, be cautious, okay? Be cautious. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups coming up. So this person has probably been hurt a lot. Let's see what other cards we have coming up. The Ten of Swords is also coming up with the Eight of Wands. Okay, so with the Ten of Cups coming up, this person has definitely been hurt a lot, okay? Or he may have a reputation of being a heartbreaker. Somebody who doesn't want commitment, somebody who doesn't want homewreckers coming through. A homewrecker, okay? Somebody who maybe breaks up things, or, they just don't have a good reputation around all. But I feel like, especially with this being reversed, that there is more to this story, because when a card comes up reversed, the energies are buried under the surface of things. So it kind of reminds me of things that we keep private, things that we keep tucked away within us, right? So there may be more to this story. Like, it may come up as this person's a homewrecker, or, this person has been known for their non-committed relationships, but underneath the surface of that, there is definitely more to that story than what is being told or what is being said. And I can see that with the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of people talking shit about this person, I'm not gonna lie. And when this person comes up to meet you, don't be surprised if there are a lot of people that come in and say, this person could be bad for you. Be cautious of this person. Don't get together with them. They've got a really bad reputation. They're going to do XYZ to you. They've done it in the past, blah, blah, blah. Right? And this is where the Judgment card is coming in, that you need to use your own discernment with this, okay? Don't allow this gossip train to dictate your thoughts, because, like I said, with the Ten of Cups coming up and the Eight of Wands underneath of it, especially reversed as well, there's more to this story than what is being seen and what is being said, okay? So there's definitely more to this person than most people know about. And the only thing that's being seen at the moment is the Ten of Swords, how much he's hurt people and how much, or they, I shouldn't say he, how much they have hurt people and how much grief and heartache and that they've caused, right? But nobody's seeing what's lying under the surface of this. I don't feel like this person intentionally wanted to cause the harm that happened. I feel like they're definitely not a quick mover. Okay, with the Eight of Wands reversed, this person doesn't move into things quickly. You know, and they're not going to move into things quickly with you either. They're going to move at your pace and your comfortability. They're not going to push any action that you're not ready for. But again, you know, past, we all do stupid things in our past. And maybe that's the case with this person, that they've done stuff in their past that they're not happy about. And unfortunately, their reputation is kind of catching up with them. But again, they might no longer be that person. So it is important for you to get the other side of the story when this person approaches you. Allow them to share their story with you, okay? And don't just listen to what other people have to say, because again, you know, there's two sides to every story, and what people have to say generally comes from just one side. They don't listen to both sides of the story. So keep an open mind and use your own discernment with this person when they come forward on whether you want to let them be involved in your life or not. Do not just go based off of their reputation, what you hear about them, or the gossip that has been around, okay? If you hear their side of the story, you've gotten to the root of it, and you still don't think that you guys are a good companion match, or that you're interested in getting to know this person better or being friends with them or whatnot, then you can say, like, look, I've heard everything you've had to say, I've taken into account, I've gotten to know you a little bit, and I still don't think. Then you've made a judgment call based on your own judgment, right? But if you're going off of what other people have said, that's going to be the wrong call, because people, again, they only got one side of the story. And you want to dig beneath the surface of that and get both sides of that story. So you guys have a potential of new love coming in. You guys have really kind of been through the ringer with things, but you're clearing that out. You're starting to focus on yourselves this month, which is good, which is going to bring in more people again that are vibing on your level. There is somebody new coming in, but this person could come in with a bit of a reputation, and it doesn't look like a good reputation. But I'm seeing with the Judgment card coming up that it's very important to use your discretion and your judgment on things and not necessarily go by what other people see. So hopefully that resonates with you guys, but you have a lot of good stuff coming up this month. Just be cautious about the gossip train and believing everything you hear from other people and not relying on your own judgment when it comes to people. So this is the reading for pile number 2s. If you chose the Angel Aura Quartz, this is the reading for you. So let's take a look at your pile of cards and what is coming up for you. So first card up is Neptune. Let me move these cards here. So we have Neptunian energy coming up for what is lying ahead on the horizon for you this month, which is really awesome. Neptune energy, when it is at its highest vibrational energy, is all about literally anything that you can imagine. It is your dreams, your wishes, things that you imagine yourself being. So when you were a little kid and you imagined yourself being something, being a singer, being a firefighter, being a police officer, being whatever the case may be, your childhood dream of what you wanted to be when you grow up, and you used to imagine yourself being that is Neptunian energy, okay? Neptune energy is all about the realms of the imagination and anything that we can accomplish or create within our dreams. It's the principle of what we can dream about, we can manifest, right? What we can dream can be. So you have an opportunity in the next 30 days on the horizon. There's dreams and hopes and opportunities for you on the horizon, which is really awesome and amazing to see. So you guys also, yeah, you're dealing with there's a lot of things within the realm of imagination coming up. So the next card that comes up is the Five of Pentacles. So we're going to look at your tarot cards. The Five of Pentacles is telling me you guys have been stuck in a very, very challenging place physically, with a lot of physical challenges. You may be in a lot of very difficult times as far as being able to make money to survive or even having the things you need. Okay, now I say money because I feel like money buys us what we need to survive in this day and age, okay? It wasn't always that way, but I feel like in today's society, money is a necessity to have what we need to survive in a lot of ways. Unless you have other tools and things at your disposal, like a farm to grow crops on, that kind of thing, you need money to buy food, you need money to pay for housing, you need money to buy clothes, right? So I feel like there's been some difficult situations around being able to obtain what you need. Whether that be money, whether that be keeping a roof over your head, whether that be keeping food in your belly, whether that be clothes on your back, transportation to get back and forth to work, whatever the case may be, you guys have been in some very challenging times, okay? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like our challenges make us stronger. And I know some people might disagree with that, but I feel, for me, I always feel a lot more victorious when I can look back at all the challenges I've overcome and be like, I made it through that, right? At the time, it sucked ass going through it, I'm not gonna lie. But, once I made it through, I looked back and I was fucking proud of myself. I don't know about you all, but I was very, very proud of myself. So we have the Five of Cups. This is keeping you in a very, very low vibrational energy, okay? Not only are you stuck in this mental or physical reality, but you're also stuck in this mental or emotional state. And I feel like it is this feeling of lack, of not having enough, that is actually manifesting this physical reality for you guys. Okay, so right now you're kind of got your hands in your your face in your hands saying, look at my freaking life, look at everything I've lost. These three cups here are turned upside down, but you also have two cups up above you. Don't forget about those two cups up above you, okay? All you gotta do is look up. Okay, and I feel like the symbolization, and this is why I love this deck, because the traditional Five of Cups has the two cups behind them, right? And they're just saying, look back. Well, I don't feel like looking back when you're kind of in the gloom of things, right? It's keep your head up, meaning look up. And when she looks up, she brings her head out of her hands and she just takes a moment to look up. She'll see those two cups that are up above her, right? And that things aren't as bad as they may seem at the bottom of things, okay? But your guys' emotional state is definitely contributing to your physical state, okay? These are linked. By focusing on what you have lost and what you lack right now, you are actually manifesting more lack in your life. You guys are feeling definitely disempowered by this as well. So within the next 30 days, if you aren't experiencing this already, you may experience this within the next 30 days where you run into hardships, okay? You run into things where you just want to give up, where you feel like there is no way out or no way forward with things. So the Emperor when the Emperor is reversed, the energy that's coming through with this card for me is, well, what can I freaking do? There's nothing I can do about this situation. there's no action I can take. And the Emperor is all about forward movement, about taking action. And when he's reversed, you're like, there's no action I can take. There's nothing I can do to make this situation better. And that may be your mentality as you're going through this, is what the fuck. There's nothing I can do to make it better. And I just have to kind of sit with things the way they are and hope that they'll move through. The Magician card coming up is saying, especially reversed, is saying you have all the tools you need to move through this, but you're not necessarily seeing them. They're under the surface of things. So, you guys have everything you need. You're not as disempowered as you believe you are. When the Magician card comes up, I almost see this as us surrendering our personal power. So the Magician is the card that allows us to create, that allows us to make and manifest the world around us. It reminds us that we are creator beings, that we do manifest our realities, that we do create our realities. And sometimes when the Magician is reversed, it's reminding us that we are the source of our own creations, that we are creating these tough realities that we find ourselves in, but we also have the tools to get ourselves out of those realities as well and to create new realities, right? But when the Magician comes up reversed, it also means that we have given up that power to create. We have said, this is no longer within my control. I can't create something different. And we've given up our power. Okay? You guys may feel very defeated because of these circumstances you are in, but do not give up your power, okay? The Four of Cups, yeah, you guys are definitely sitting in this energy, or will be sitting in this energy. It'll be very, very, if you guys are not experiencing this now and this comes up in the next 30 days, you guys are, it's going to be very easy to get stuck in this and to keep dwelling on it and going over it and over it and over it and feeling kind of stuck in this energy, like, where the hell do I go? A lot of you, this could lead to anger, resentment, and this feeling of, oh my god, this isn't fair, okay? The Four of Cups can be that crying over spilt milk kind of card too, where we just sit there and we pout about things when we know we have the ability to change them, but we do not, okay? The Tower card is coming up, saying it's time to destroy this way of thinking. And this is where the Neptune card is going to come in, okay? So this month, if you guys are finding yourselves, or if you're going through this presently, or you find this comes up throughout the month, I'm going to move these cards over a bit, keep in mind that this can be destroyed. So as soon as you notice this coming up and that epiphany strikes you, that lightning bolt, like, oh my god, why am I thinking this way? Change the way of thinking. Destroy that way of thinking. And we have the Chariot card coming up as your last card. Start thinking about moving forward. Stop. Don't get sucked into all of this and dwell in the poor me, I can't do anything, and disempower yourself. Instead, once you start realizing that you're sitting in that, or if you are currently going through this, this will help you to realize that you are sitting in this energy and that you can change this, right? Here's your awakening. This reading might be, if you're currently going through this, this reading is bringing it to your attention that you are in this energy and you need to change it. If this is coming up in the next 30 days for you, if you're not in it right now and you find this comes up later on in the month for you, this is a reminder that you can change this, okay? You need to break down this thinking. You need to destroy it, get rid of it. Sitting in this place of disempowerment is not going to help you. Instead, take the reins, take charge, start focusing on moving forward, what you can do, because you have the power to change this. And with this Neptunian energy, this is what's going to help you. This is the advice they're giving you. You guys have powerful abilities. Right now, we have so much energy, but I feel like even outside of right now, if you're watching this, even months from now, You guys have this extremely powerful imagination, okay? And this ability to tap into your imagination. All you have to do to change your reality is start imagining yourself in a different reality. Start imagining yourself in the reality that you want to be in. If you don't want to be stuck in these crappy circumstances you're in, then put yourself in other circumstances. Start seeing yourself in other circumstances, right? But it's not just seeing yourself, it's actually taking the action as well, because the chariot card is all about taking action. If that charioteer does not guide and direct those horses on where he wants to go, he's never going to get to where he wants to go because the horses aren't going to know, right? So not only do you have to be able to imagine it, but you have to take the steps to making that dream a reality. Much like when we're little and, we have these big hopes and dreams, or even when we're not little as adults, you know what I mean? When we're like, oh my God, I want to do this. And you have big aspirations, big hopes and big dreams. And then you start thinking, well, how do I make this reality, right? What are the steps I need to take? So it starts with the imagination. It starts with imagining yourself in different circumstances. And once you can imagine yourself there, then start making a plan, an action plan on how to actually get there. What are the physical steps that you can take? The little things that you can take in the here and now. If you're in a crappy circumstance and you want to change out of it, maybe you can save a little bit of money or try to save a little bit of money. If you have money issues, maybe there's things you have in excess of that you can get rid of. Maybe you have things lying around your house that you're not using anymore that have some value and worth that you could sell. Maybe there's something that you do, a talent, a gift you have that you could give to others that you could do for money. If it's moving or getting out of your house or getting a new job, again, what are some steps that you can take in order to make that a reality, right? You can see yourself in another job or another house all you want, but it actually involves going out house hunting. It involves looking for a new job. Do you have to leave your job or leave your house right away in order to do that? No. You can take those little steps in the current situations you are in order to make these situations gradually improve and better, okay? So use your imagination, get creative, get imaginative with things, and then make that actual plan in order to move out of it, okay? You have the ability to create your own reality. You are the magician. You're the magician. But when you give up that power and ability, then you keep yourself stuck. And no one is to blame but you. You need to remember that you can change things. Okay? Don't forget that. I feel like also meditating with blue or purple crystals, even if it is not aura quartz is really good for raising your vibrations. So while you're going through these tough times, carrying around a piece of aura quartz or a preferably purple quartz, I feel like, or white quartz, purple stone, white stone, whatever kind of high vibing stone you have will help you. I love this aura quartz because I feel like, and it fits totally into this reading because you're going from the emotional into the more spiritual, right? And the more spiritual pulls you out of this physical world, right? So it's very important for you to kind of get out of your emotions and get up into the sky, get up into the third eye and the crown chakra, right? And really start seeing and doing and, taking that bird's eye perspective on things, okay? So carrying around an aura quartz or a high vibrational crystal of any kind when you're kind of stuck in situations you don't want to be to help raise your vibe will also be super helpful to you. So, for those of you who chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So, if you chose the Hematite, this is the reading for you that you are definitely going to want to pay attention to, okay? So, Hematite is extremely grounding. Keep that in mind because grounding may be a key word for you. It's also very healing. It's a good stone. A lot of people use this stone to kind of absorb any negative emotions that they have. So it's a very good healing stone as well. So that might be of significance to you. So let's jump into this reading. So the very first card that came up for what is ahead for you this month in the next 30 days, we have the Gemini card coming up. So Gemini is all about socializing, getting out there, mixing and mingling with people, talking to people, learning from people, right? Gemini is the curious, inquisitive student who wants to take in as much knowledge about things as they can. They want to learn. They want to dive into things and learn as much about that particular thing as they can. And they talk to people. They learn from people. They communicate with people, right? And they love to share as well what they have learned. They love to express what they've learned, right? It's not just about taking in this, Gemini's an air sign, right? It's about keeping the mind stimulated, but also expressing what is on the mind, right? Sharing what we've learned and the knowledge that we possess as well, right? So it's like talking to somebody and hearing their opinion and then saying, well, this is my opinion, and sharing and having a conversation and a dialogue and learning it through that conversation with people and learning through talking to people, right? So you guys have an emergence of a social butterfly on the horizon. Like you guys have this huge opportunity within the next 30 days, or you may find that you have a lot of this social energy coming through. You have a lot of opportunity to get out and socialize and get out and network and connect with people, which is really, really amazing. So that's what's on the horizon for you, is this chance to network and connect with people and share experiences and thoughts and ideas with people, okay? So we have the Two of Wands coming up. The Two of Wands talks about merging. For me, what I got from this was a merging of energies. So I always see the wand as the wands or the suit of wands. In a lot of cases, I see it as pure, raw, primal energy because that's what I connect fire with. Fire is a very primal element, right? Not saying that the other elements aren't primal either, but I feel like fire can be, it's just the raw essence of things for me, and that's what it symbolizes. Now again, it's going to be different for everybody. So I feel like with the wands, you know, you've gone through this energy of kind of cocooning yourself, of identifying your own inner power with the Ace of Wands. The next in that step is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about taking your own energy, taking your own power, and bringing it out and merging it into the world, right? Of connecting it with other people's energy, with other people's power, right? And I feel like that's what's coming through. Like you guys, what's on the horizon is this chance to explore and to connect with other people who are on the same vibe and the same wavelength as you. Okay, you guys have taken a lot of time to introspect with yourselves and to figure out what your desires are, what your wills are, what you want to do in your life, who you are, and all these different things, right? And now you're taking that energy and you've got a chance this month to bring that out into the world and to connect it with the world, right? Which is a very powerful thing. I feel like you guys have done a lot of introspection, like I said, on who you are as individuals and understanding who you are as an individual. With the Queen of Swords coming up, this is understanding your own truths, understanding your own thoughts, understanding your own ideas, right? Understanding the thoughts, ideas, and truths that come from within you, that come from inside of you, right? And this is powerful, powerful energy. This is why the Queen of Wands is so powerful when she talks, because she talks from her own truth. She talks from the knowledge and the wisdom and the things that she holds within herself. They aren't external. They aren't things that she has, everybody else's thoughts and ideas, although sometimes, women can be, but women are typically more in tune with themselves, right? As a prototype, feminine energy is more internalized energy, which means it comes from within, hence why the woman sits on the left and the man on the right usually. So when you think about that, in essence, this is taking, like I said, your knowledge and your wisdom. So you guys have learned a lot about yourselves. You've learned a lot about who you are, your sense of things, your identity, what resonates with you, what doesn't, all these different things about yourself. And now you're ready to kind of take that out into the world and just share it and give that knowledge to the world. You have been through this journey of introspection. We have the 10 of Pentacles also coming up. So like I said, you guys have definitely done some deep and heavy introspection with things into yourselves, and there is nothing wrong with that. Actually, I think this is very good energy, because not enough people, I feel like, take the time to dig into ourselves. So the 10 of Pentacles in this card particularly is placed at like the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life represents all different realms of existence, right? All the different spiritual realms that exist. And all the different realms that energy kind of has to go through in order to manifest. When you hit Malkuth at the bottom of that, it's the physical realm. That's Earth. Everything is made dense and physical, right? But it's got to go through all these other realms in order to get there. In this case, because this is reversed, you guys have taken the time to look at who you are as a physical being and then go through all these realms to work the reverse, right? To figure out who you are as a spiritual being and to learn all the different essence and aspects of what that entails and who you are in all aspects of who you are, not just you as a physical being, right? And that's some powerful stuff. Okay, you guys have taken the time to take the deep, dark look at yourself. And that's amazing. And now you're like, I'm ready. Now the universe is saying you've done that work. Now we're going to provide you with the opportunity this month to go out and to share that, to share who you are and your essence and your being with the rest of the world. You guys have, with the 8 of Cups coming up, you guys have done transformations. Like, this deep look at yourself has made you emerge a brand new person almost. Okay, not totally brand new, but I feel like a transformed person. Like, you have gone through these cups, all of them, and then you've come out the other side of them, transformed. Eights have to do with transformation. It's a rebirth. You guys have been rebirthed. The person you are coming out of this now is not the person you were when you went into this. And that's amazing. And I feel like you are coming out of this and now you're coming out into the world for a purpose. There's a reason for this, okay? There is a purpose, and that purpose is what? We have the Queen of Cups coming up. Your purpose is to heal, to help others heal through your experiences. I don't think that enough people realize that how much healing can occur when we share our experiences, because a lot of times we feel like we are alone. We take our traumas, we take our experiences and we isolate them, and we're like, no one's going to understand because no one's been through what I have been through. And then when you start speaking up, when you start sharing your story, you realize that there's more people out there who have been through what you have been through than you may think, and you are not as alone as you may think. But I don't feel like for you This is about necessarily understanding that you're not alone as alone as you think you are. It's about helping other people who may feel alone, who may feel isolated, who may feel like they don't have any hope. They don't have anybody out there who can help support them or who can understand, because the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords both are about understanding on different levels. Okay, the Queen of Swords understands on a mental level, the Queen of Cups understands on an emotional level. So you get it. Not only have you been through it, but you can understand what they're going through mentally, you can understand what they're going through emotionally. You can help these people get through these experiences because you have been there, done that. Okay? It is so hard to help people go through experiences that you have never been through. But you have been through it. And they're going to connect with you much better because they know that you have been through it. Right? You are coming out of this and out into the world. Your horizons, what is on the horizon, is being able to share your experiences, your knowledge, your wisdom in order to help others who are going through the same thing. And this may not be to help them heal, this may just be to support them, to may help them understand that they are not alone. This actually, what's coming through really clear with this on the horizon is you guys may want to start a support group for people, whether this be something on Facebook, like opening up a Facebook group, or starting your own website or blog, or however you do that to share your experiences. But I feel like there is a group, hence the networking. Remember when I said networking? There is a group dynamic that is going to come from this, okay? And you're going to be pulling like more people in. And like I said, this is about support. This isn't necessarily about how am I going to word this? About healing people or helping people heal through their traumas. This is about showing them that there is people who have been through this, that they are not alone. Okay, because I feel, like I said, there's a lot of people who have gone through things and they think that they're isolated. They think they're alone. The High Priestess is coming up. So there's a much bigger picture to all of this than you can understand. I feel like Spirit to this month is bringing you the opportunity to create an amazing group, or support page, or some sort of, I don't want to say platform, but some sort of dynamic where you can share, whether this be in person and just starting like a little get together group within your local vicinity, or whether that be starting something on Facebook, or whether that just be, starting a blog or something where you write about your experiences in your life, in your, I think that people need to feel the comfort and to know that they aren't alone in this process, because the High Priestess, I'm gonna say, she's a lovely energy, and I've worked with this energy a lot. But part of the problem that people who sit in the High Priestess energy, and I'm sure a lot of high spiritual people can relate to this, is one of the aspects of that is we feel very isolated and we feel very alone because we don't feel like there's anybody who really understands us, who gets us on our level, because we do have that, the High Priestess sees things from a very spiritual viewpoint, and it's not an earthly plane viewpoint. So people kind of stuck here in this realm who haven't awakened or haven't ascended or whatever you want to call it are still looking at things from that view. So it's kind of hard to find people on the same dynamic and who see things in similar views or similar ways that you do. And so you get isolated. You get cut off. You feel like you're the only one up there in that spiritual realm and no one is up there with you, right? And that's not the case. That's not the case. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. This may get uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. This may get uncomfortable. This is gonna require vulnerability on your behalf. Okay? You don't have to talk about everything. And I feel like that is important to help you to understand. Some people may be like, well, I don't want to put my whole life story out there. That's understandable. You may not be at that point where you're ready to put your whole life story out there. Put what you can out there. Put what you're comfortable putting out there. Okay? It doesn't have to be your whole life story. It doesn't have to be, everything from the time you were born up until now and all the experiences you've been through and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be that. People think to be impactful that they, maybe they have to tell their whole life story. No. The Nine of Wands reversed is like, there's still certain vulnerabilities. There's still certain things that you may not be comfortable showing to the rest of the world. There's still some unhealed parts. We're all constantly healing. We still have our unhealed wounds, right? Everybody heals pretty much until the day they die. Okay, there's always something we're being wounded from and healing from, whether that be, significant things or insignificant things, tiny things, big things, whatever the case may be. So when you are doing this, don't feel obligated to put everything out there, okay? But again, this is going to require you to be vulnerable to some extent. I mean, talking about your life and talking about your traumas and talking about experiences that we've been through, even if they're things that we have healed, it's vulnerability, right? It's putting ourselves out there and allowing the world to see where we have been hurt. And that takes vulnerability to do. But only show what you are ready to show, okay? This card is saying you are not obligated to bear it all. You're not obligated to show the world every little detail about yourself. There are going to be some things that you want to keep private, and that is okay as well. Also, don't rush on this, okay? Move at your own pace. Don't feel obligated to make this happen just because the cards are saying that you need to, okay? Understand that this is only advice. The cards are saying you're ready to rejoin society. You're ready to share your story. You're ready to put yourself out there. And that's what's on the horizon, because that is why you have been through what you have been through, to share this with other people who are going through the same situations. That's why we all go through situations, because then we meet people who we can actually help who are in the same situations. And if we did not experience those situations, we would not be able to help those people, because how can we cultivate empathy for people that we have not had those experiences? We can't. You can't connect to things the same way without having an experience, right? For instance, I can never connect with being a person of color because obviously I'm white, right? So things that are inherent to being a person of color, things that are specifically connected to that, I could never empathize with. Hence why I would never open a group saying, to help people of color when I'm clearly white. You know what I mean? Because I can't, the empathy would not be there. The connection would not be there. I would not be able to put myself in their shoes. However, there are other things I have been through in my life, such as dealing with abandonment, such as dealing with abuse, that I could create groups around that if I so chose to, because I have been there. I have done that, right? So I can help by sharing my experiences. I can help other people who are going through that same thing to work through that experience based on sharing my experience. But we have to do it at our own pace, okay? You are not obligated to do that just because the cards say, you're ready to do it. Again, you may be ready to do it, but you may not have the drive, or the timing may not be right for even a couple months. The cards are just bringing up that you are ready to do this. Okay? This is going to help to bring peace and harmony to a lot of people, and yourself included. Okay? Understand that as others heal, we heal. As we heal, others heal, because we're all connected, right? So, I feel like this can be a very healing, opening up a support group, okay? Sharing your experiences with the world, even if you don't open up a support group. Say you did a blog, right? And because Gemini is about expressing things, whether it be through writing, communication, talking, whatever the case may be, it's about expressing things, right? When we open up and we express and we talk about our traumas, it's healing. It's healing not only for us, but it's healing for the people hearing our stories as well. It is healing for the people going through the same situations we've been through. It's healing for everybody all around. So I feel like this is going to be a very healing experience for not only yourself, but anybody else who comes across your group, your content, your blog, your writings, whatever the case may be, is going to be hugely impactful for you and the rest of the world around you. Okay, so that's what is on the horizon for pile number 3s. For you in the next 30 days. I hope that this resonated with you, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. So on that note, I am going to wrap up this pick a card reading. I hope that these readings resonated with you guys. If these readings did resonate with you and you want to share your experience or give me some feedback, feel free to leave a comment or a thumbs up to this video. Let me know that you watched it and that you liked it, or if it resonated with you or if it didn't. If you guys have also ideas or themes that you would like me to do pick a card readings on, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. I'm always looking for ideas on what you guys want to see, because I want to create content that is going to help you guys. So if you want to see career readings or love readings or spiritual readings of some sort, or if you maybe past life readings or twin flame readings or something along the lines of that, let me know in the comments below. Give me some ideas of what type of readings you guys want to see. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys all in the next pick of cards. Bye for now, guys.